A peaceful early morning, before the sun had risen, we left the dock with one goal: to catch the biggest lobster we had ever seen. Not for fame, nor exactly for the meal, but for the feeling of conquest, for the thrill of something that nature always keeps hidden. This trip would take you to a deserted coral reef in the middle of the ocean, where we dived into the sea, hunted giant creatures, and spent a night on an uninhabited island, surrounded by the sound of waves, wind, and the scent of campfire. At dawn, the small boat carrying us glided gently over calm waters, heading toward the coral reef more than 20 nautical miles from shore. The waves were light, the sky clear. An ideal day for diving. On the boat were familiar items: diving gear, underwater lights, lobster traps, diving knives, ropes, and some reserved food. But more important than anything was the eager spirit of the group. Each person carried a belief. Today would be a memorable day. We laughed, checked our gear, and got ready. Everyone had caught lobsters before, but this time, the feeling was different. It felt like something big was waiting. As the sun rose higher, we arrived. A vast coral reef stretched beneath the water, where the ocean currents brought abundant life. Fish, squid, coral, and especially lobsters. We quickly put on our diving suits, attached flashlights, and checked our air supply. Sunlight pierced through the surface, creating shimmering streaks under the deep blue water. The whole group dove down, one by one, like ghosts drifting in the ocean's depths. Below was a completely different world. Colorful coral, schools of fish swimming, and mysterious rocky caves. We began searching. Small holes, deep crevices where lobsters usually hide during the day. The traps we had set earlier were carefully checked. A few small lobsters had entered, but were not yet the right size. We released them because natural law, and conservation law, must always be respected. Suddenly, a member of the group signaled. He had seen something. We approached. In a deep, rocky cave, behind layers of seaweed and sand, a lobster appeared. No one spoke, but everyone's eyes were surprised. It was gigantic, nearly 1/2 meter long, claws as big as steel pincers, black eyes flickering in the darkness. This was a mature, seasoned lobster, having survived many stormy seasons. A strong, intelligent creature, very difficult to catch. We began planning, one person holding the light, two approaching from 2 directions, the other holding a net and bag. Every move had to be slow and sure. A rush could make it retreat deep into the cave, or break a claw, which we absolutely wanted to avoid. After several minutes of struggle underwater, with pounding hearts and dense bubbles rising, finally we pulled it out. Safe, no claws broken. The prize was brought onto the boat. The whole group couldn't hide their excitement. Near the coral reef was a small island, uninhabited, with only white sand, black rocks, and a few low bushes. The perfect place to camp overnight. We landed, set up tents, gathered firewood. Night fell gradually. The sea breeze blew gently. Flames flickered in a hastily dug sand pit. The lobster was carefully prepared, cleaned, halved, drizzled with garlic butter, sprinkled with pepper and wild lime, placed on a metal grill and roasted over glowing coals. The aroma spread far, mingling with the salty air of the night sea. No tables or chairs, just sand, rocks, and driftwood. But no one complained. This meal, tsitatindi, with seafood caught by our own hands, was many times tastier than any fancy restaurant. We ate while sharing stories, talking about the sea, trips, and failures. Laughter mixed with the sound of waves. The moon rose high, the sea sparkling like silver. A truly magical night. Early the next morning, the waves gently lapped the shore with cool breezes. We packed up camp, cleaned up trash, leaving the beach as pristine as if no one had ever set foot there. The boat took us back to the mainland, carrying footage, stories, and unforgettable memories. This trip was not just about lobsters. It was proof of a life philosophy. When you are ready to leave your comfort zone, accept challenges, you will encounter wonders, from the ocean, from nature, and from yourself.